Good day, everyone. I am April Cabo from Group 6 Reporter, and our report is about youth leadership training and organization. This topic teaches us how to be a good leaders and work well with others. So, leader and leadership define. A leadership is an art of influencing people to get necessary support and cooperation in community affairs and to maintain solidarity among people. It is the ability to influence others toward desired goals. It also means doing the right things. So for leadership means guiding and influencing others to work together to reach the common goal. So it's about encouraging cooperation, teamwork, and unity in a group. So like for example, a class president encouraged classmates to join some school activities and work together. Okay. Next is uh, a leader is one who helps or facilitates community of people take risks and envisions a better future for his or her group. Encourage commitment and helps people more ahead along a path to accomplish a goal. Leaders are needed to make decisions to direct community activities and to speak for the community, both in relation to its internal organization and its outside relationship. For here is it is someone who helps people move forward, makes plan for future, and motivates others to do their task or to do their best. And leaders make decisions, guide activities, and represent the group both side and outside the community. So for example, a barangay captain organizes a cleanup drive and leads the community to join. Okay. Next is Peter Drucker pointed out a leader has followers. Even poor leaders have followers, but usually not for long. That is because the goal of leadership is to get results. So, according to Peter Drucker, a true leader always has followers. Even poor leaders can have followers for a short time. But good leaders inspire people to stay and work toward success. Like example is a coach, a coach who motivates the team well earns their respect and trust. Virtues as the foundation of leadership, convey 1991. Virtue is defined as conformity to a standard right and morality. It is a beneficial quality or power of a thing, and thus commendable trait or and habits. The following virtue are considered the foundation of leadership. First is the prudence, the habit which enables man to direct his action and human's life goals, knowing the right thing to do and applying it. So, prudence, knowing what is right and how to act to reach life goals. Like for example na lang is, alam mo kung kailan ka dapat magsasalita o mananahimik sa group discussion para hindi magkaroon ng gulo. Thinking carefully before making a decision. So next is justice, the habit of giving each one his or her due to constant and per- perpetual will gives stability that a person needs to work without fear and anxiety in search of happiness. So justice, giving everyone their due so people can work without fear or stress. Like example na lang kapag nag nag-group work, pantay-pantay ang bigay ng task sa lahat para fair. So, treating all the members equally. Next is fortitude, the habit of overcoming the difficulties and pressures of life in pursuit of goodness. So, fortitude, facing facing difficulties and pressure while doing what is good. So, example is, kahit nahirapan ka sa project, tinapos mo pa rin ng maayos, like staying strong and not giving up easily. So, next is temperance, the habit of bringing desire and natural inclination of man under the control of reason. So, controlling desire siya, controlling desire and impulses so reason guides decision. Like example, hindi ka kagad nagagalit o sumasagot sa teacher kapag napapagalitan ka. Like, kumakalma ka lang muna. So, this is learning how to control emotions. Next is the industry, the habit of working hard and working under pressure. So, working hard and performing well even under pressure. Like example, gumagawa ka pa rin ng assignment kahit tired and puyat ka. So, this being intelligent and responsible. So, next is loyalty, the habit of remaining true to your friends and your principles, goals, in times of difficulties. So, sa loyalty, staying true friends and goals even during those times. Example, hindi mo iniiwan yung groupmates mo kahit mahirap na yung mga tasks na pinapagawa, nagtutulong-tulong pa rin kayo. So, remaining faithful to your team, classmate, and principals. Next is responsibility, the habit of being accountable for one's action, duties, and obligation, readiness to answer for the consequences of one's actions. So, the habit being accountable sa actions and duties mo. Like, ready ka sa mga consequences ng ginagawa mo. Like, for example, kung ikaw ay nakasira ng gamit, ikaw ang magsasabi ng maayos. So, parang prepared ka for your consequences. Next is cheerfulness, the habits of being optimistic, always seeing the bright side of things. Cheerfulness, being optimistic, at lagi kang positive kahit may mga problems. Like for example, kahit late ka na sa school, going to school, smile ka lang, gayan, then sasabihin mo pang, okay lang, may time pa naman. So, that's the example of cheerfulness. Next is the generosity, the habit of sharing the good that one has with the other people, thinking first of the people around him or her, and looking for ways he or she can help and serve them. So, the habit of sharing sa iba, ito yung habit of sharing sa iba na tumulong sa mga nangangailangan. For example, sa school, nag-share ka ng pagkain or ng school supplies sa classmate mo nag-share ka ng pagkain sa classmate mo kasi wala siyang dalang pagkain. So, next is magnanimity, the habit of having great ideals, and ambitions of doing good, being concerned with doing great deeds of service to others by devoting one's life to help one's country of people. Magnanimity is having a big goals and wanting to do para sa ibang country. Like for example, magvo-volunteer ka sa community para makatulong ka sa mga tao and mag-organize ng charity event.
Good day everyone. Today I'll be sharing a brief overview of key ideas related to leadership based on a reference from Wadsworth 1997. First, we look at the traits of leadership. These are the natural characteristics or behavior that help someone influence others, Examples include confidence, decisiveness, and integrity. These traits often shape how a leader responds to challenges and guides a team. Second, we explore the qualities of a good leader. These go beyond traits and include learned skills and attitudes. A good leader shows empathy, communicates clearly, and motivates others. These qualities help build trust and teamwork. Third, we consider the characteristic of a leader as discussed by Wadsworth in 1997. This includes a combination of both traits and qualities, such as vision, responsibility, and ability to adapt. These characteristics define how effective and respected a leader becomes. Now let's talk about the characteristic of a leader. Leaders are purpose-driven. They lead with vision, not just to control tasks. They inspire commitment, teamwork, and high morale. They also bring energy, enthusiasm, and stay focused on their people and goals. They carry on through setbacks and take responsibilities, and remain honest with themselves and the others. They know their field deeply and work to instill values in their team. They think long term, set clear objectives, and prioritize those they serve. They also compose under pressure, invite input, and make wise, timely decisions. They ensure the resources are available, they give others room to act, and teach their perspective. They initiate change, test assumptions, and stay curious and flexible. They work side by side with ambitious people, tolerate dissent, and avoid public criticism. They see opportunity in challenges, believe in their team, and strive to win with integrity.
Next is the leadership styles. First is the authoritarian leadership or survival. A leader makes a decision and announces it. A leader announces his or her decision with no feelings and a responsibility or accountability to share the reason. Like the leader makes decision and announces it without explaining the reason. Like for example, okay class, maglilinis tayo. Walang paliwanag, utos lang. Like ganon. The next is a leader represent decision but well it to the members. A leader announces his or her decisions and shares the reason behind them, which has been prepared in advance. So a leader announces a decision but explaining the reason behind it. So like mag, for example, yung class president sinabi ng okay, maglilinis tayo bukas sa school kasi may inspection. So, para siyang may reason, pero may decision pa rin ang leader or yung class president. A leader represents a decision and invites questions for clarification. A leader announces his or her decision but corresponds to questions for clarification on an impromptu basis with a rationale to explain to the members. This also refers to the dialogue with no express willingness to change decision. Next is consultative leadership, security. A leader represents tentative decision subject to change. A leader announces his or her tentative decision and states that he or she is open to questions for clarification and discussion. This refers to dialogue with a willingness to change a decision if necessary. So, the leader makes a tentative decision and asks for members' opinions. Like, for example, magpa-plan siya ng meeting sa Friday. So, mag-a-ask siya, or yung president is mag-a-ask ng plan, magpa-plan siya ng meeting for Friday. So, i-ask niyo yung mga classmate if okay ba sa amin, then open siya for changes sa schedules ba or whatsoever. A leader represents a situation, gets input, makes a decision. A leader identifies a situation or problem and assumes a facilitating role to elicit assumptions and suggestion, then slips out of his or her facilitating role and makes a decision. So dito, the leader represents a situation, gets input, and then decides. So for example, sinabi natin ng may problem tayo sa budget. Anong mga suggestion nyo? So, okay, based sa sinabi ni ganito ganyan, ito yung gagawin natin. So, next is, a leader calls on members to make a decision but holds to veto power. A leader calls on the group and identify situation and limitation, explores possibilities and make decision contingent and leaders veto powers. So a leader asks group to decide but still has a final say or the veto power. For example, anong gusto nyo? Field trip or party? Pero kung kulang sa budget, ako pa rin ang magde-decide. So, like, ganun yung example. Next is enabling leadership or the participation. A leader defines limits and calls members to make decision. A leader shares any givens, example, available funds, time allowance, and etc. And facilitates a decision by member based on limitation or parameters. So, the leader gives a limit, lets the member decide. So, for example, may 500 pesos tayo for materials. Kayo nang bahalang anong bilhin basta pasok siya sa budget. Next is, a leader calls on member to identify limits, explore possibilities, and make a decision. A leader maintains a facilitating role by allowing members to identify a situation or problem, identify limits, explore possibilities, and make a decision. So, the leader let members identify the problem, limits, and make a decision. For example, kayo na mag-isip ng kayo na mag-isip kung paano natin siya i-improve ang booth. And then, sabihin nyo lang kung ano ang kailangan, kung kaya siya sa time.
So next is team building for youth organization. So a youth organization is a group of young people working together towards the same goal. The success of youth organization depends on how the members cooperate together and work. The leader should help build trust, unity, and teamwork among the members. So next is the factor contributing to team. Under the factor contributing to team is number 1, shared common goal and obligations. Everyone should understand the team's purpose. Number 2, utilize the resource. So make good use of the team's resource like time, skills, and tools. Number 3, trust and conflict resolution. So settle problems by talking it out. Number 4, shared leadership. So everyone can take part in decision makings. Next is relationship and management. Number 1 in relationship and management is a team should work together, not individually. Number 2, coordination is very important. The member must work in sync. Number 3, respect, communication, and cooperation make teamwork effective. Next is building a better team. So to build a good team, member must number 1, teamwork reflects camaraderie. That means that everyone should enjoy working together. shared ideas, and help one another. Number 2, teamwork reflects unity. So the team should work as one to achieve goals. Number 3, teamwork divides the effort and multiply the research. This means that everyone should contribute to make the job easier and more successful.
Good day everyone. So my name is Janeline Celorio. So they have 8 common team problems. So first is backbitings and complainings. Members of the teams openly complains about and find fault with one another. So team members talk badly about each others instead of solving problems. So second is presence of a spies of the owners. Members of the team suspect and distrust new members. Dito naman is ito yung isang membro na di nila pinagkakatiwalaan yung bagong membro. So, pangatlo is 2 collisions. The team has 2 factions, one of which has very little influence or powers. The team split into groups. Ang isa is, ito yung siyang more powers than the others. So, ang pang-apat is personal stress. Stress shows up in the team's members' evidence by blowing up and physical symptoms. Team members feel pressured or angry. Ang panglima is combative behaviors. Team members resort to yelling and to combative behaviors in the process of playing the devil's advocate. Team members argue, shout, or fight. Ang pang-anim naman is infinite details. Team members scrutinize every details and check all aspects of minor or major decisions. Ang infinite details, ito yung isang membro nag-focus siya sa focus too much on small things. Ang amount of team to make decisions. Decisions on minor issues are brought to the top of the organizations requiring too much time. So team members feels a lack of trust directly related to team problem solving. The last is shiftings and changing decisions. Decisions are often changed shortly after being made. Plans are often changed. 7 team well-being secrets. First is purpose. Are we committed to the same purpose? A healthy team has a well-articulated corporates the team usually phrase as a vision statement. Mission statements or values purpose statement. The team members has a common understanding of this purpose. They willingly commit their energy to achieve this purpose and frequently take the time to recall, review, and relive it. Purpose, everyone works towards the same goals and remind themselves why they do it. Second is role. How will we contribute to fulfill our purpose? So, in a healthy team, the members continually ask themselves whether the team is enacting the specific role needed to achieve its purpose. The member seeks to enact the optimal role for the moments with the understanding that its role may change over time. Role members know their jobs and how it helps the team goals. So third is strategy. What will we do to achieve our purpose? In a healthy team, the members understand the team's strategy and use it to guide day-to-day activities. The members ask what new things they should do and what things they should stop to achieve the team purpose. The team has a clear plan on how to reach their goal. So fourth is process. How will we work together? In a healthy team, the members are aware of what process or systems of operations are used to produce results. They know which process need attention and improvement. They take conscious efforts to frequently improve and updates their process. The process teams know the right ways to work together and keep improving them. So 5. People. How will we care for one another? A healthy team has a member who have the required expertise and knowledge to implement the team's strategy and achieves its purpose. The team members free will utilized and valued. Each team members understand his or her contributions to the teams, and the team members empower themselves to act for team when necessary. Members care for and Members care for and support one another. Everyone's skills are valued. So 6. Feedback. How will we obtain and use information about our performance? A healthy team solicits feedback on its behaviors and performance from key stakeholders, who might include customers, suppliers, managers, and other teams. This feedback is used to improve the quality of work of the team. Each team's members can also exchange feedback with other members to correct or improve each other's performance and behaviors. Feedback. Team members give and receive comments to improve their work. So, the last is interface. How will we manage the team's relationships? A healthy team intentionally manage its critical relations with internal peoples or the environment to build needed relationships and enhance existing ones. They do not isolate themselves as an independent island. The team builds good relationships with other outside the group, like customers or managers. So that's all.